on the younger side.
That's ageism, what you're saying.
I'm just feeling.
Could he order a drink?
I don't believe so.
A Coke.
I don't know if he can get. I don't know if he could get a Jolt. I'm not sure.
A Jolt?
Yeah, it might not sell.
Braden is 12. Right. Is he mulliganing?
Yeah, it looks like he's 8. It looks like actually both players are mulliganing.
I'm more impressed by Braden's mulligan. He's probably like, not enough percentage to this one.
Yes. So, what are your takes on Rakdos? Obviously, it's had a bunch of success, sort of in previous weeks, but is it where you would want to be now?
No, I don't think I would feel particularly rewarded playing a deck like this, and the reason is, as much as I've liked different aggro decks over the course of playing for many, 18 years of tournament Magic, I think I've played now. It's a long time, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't know of any deck, like an aggressive deck with sustained results, that balloons at the 4 for Hellrider and Falconwrath Aristocrat, and then hits by, and also expects to play like a 1-2 game. You know, like Gravecrawler, Diregraph Ghoul game as well. And I mean, certainly there's decks that are like, oh yeah, many ramp decks, like they've got like 8 Titans, you know, but that's a different composure of decks than the ones that are like, here's my 2-1 for 1, here's my 2-2 for 1. And so for my old man skepticism has me a little reserved there.
Sure.
Despite the fact that I like Hellrider, Thundermaw, Hellkite, etc.
So Braden's going to kick off the action here with a turn 1 Direcraft Ghoul.
Here's another one I've never seen that Diregraph Ghoul.
I think it was a game day promo. I'm like a font of information about
the alternate art, yeah.
It's incredible. I don't even like that stuff, and I know where it's all from.
So I was actually chiding Patrick. Patrick will be working on the Invitational booth crew next week. I'm like, I cannot believe that you're not choosing to play. So in for 3 hours.
Night of Infinity now.
Sweet little curve here.
Yep.
You know, finally this deck that you like to play is among the best decks. And I mean, I've seen Patrick battling with the Ironclaw Orcs version of the two-drop zombie. Forget about Night of Infamy.
Yeah, the lowest of the low.
And he's like, no, gotta help out the crew.
Yeah, company man, sort of. Not technically an employee, but you know what I mean. So it looks like Dylan debating between ultimate pricing a guy and casting Farseek, and he's just going to go with Farseek. He's lacking red mana, so it's very important for him to do that to be able to, you know, maybe ultimate price and Dreadbore next turn, whatever.
Or, you know, Dylan's also got this card, Bonfire of the Damned, in his deck, so
yeah,
you know, making it so that he has a red and he could just draw a Bonfire of the Damned is among the things that people hate happening to them, and among the things that people who get to do it love and make animated GIFs of.
Yes.
Maybe when the recipient is Brian Kibler and it's elimination match in the...
Yeah, one of the, I mean, that GIF is a masterpiece. I mean, there's 4 different awesome things going on.
So, probably swing for 4 rather than 3, right?
Yep, seems safe.
4 in.
Dylan gonna get knocked down to 13 here.
What does Braden want? He probably wants to slam a Dross Messenger, right? And Gravecrawler, Shrug. Is that a wreck? Is that a Blood Crypt or a
that is a
Rakdos Guildgate?
That's a Guildgate. I know when Joe Bernal played Rakdos Week 1, he had 4 copies of the Guildgate on top of Blood Crypt and Dragon Skull Summit.
Were people taken aback by that?
I wasn't there. I just saw the deck list. I assume so, though.
So
Blood Crypt
up,
knocking Dylan down to 11. I think we're gonna recoup 2 of this with a Huntmaster of the Fells.
Highly believe. Yeah, it looks like a checklist card. So, I'm guessing you're right.
Or is he gonna go Dreadbore ultimate price?
I guess Dreadbore ultimate price. So, this is actually pretty clever. He's gonna let Braden attack with both, and then ultimate price the knight.
I guess.
I mean, imagine Braden also has another knight, right? Changes the math if you do it that way.
Well, I mean, it's why would Dylan have played a Blood Crypt untapped unless he was playing another kill spell? It's giving him very little credit. Coast is probably clear. He just wanted to take 2 damage for no reason, I guess.
I hate Giraffe's Messenger.
Well, it's
That
very
thing
good.
kills the crap out of me every single time.
It's good. It's not bad. There's a Master of the Fells, taking Dylan back up to 11.
To 9 only, no?
He was at 9. The messenger shot him to 9, and now he's back up to 11.
It says 9 still.
It's not. I mean, it's not in.
Messenger knocked him to
It's not in
7.
real speed.
Messenger knocked him to 7.
Oh, messenger
Okay.
knocked him to 7. Okay, Master to 9. Sure.
This is a tough block situation, isn't it?
Yeah. And Braden looks like this is an aristocrat too.
Oh, Hellrider.
Hellrider. That's also horrendous for Dylan.
I think I might not swing with the Hellrider. What do you think?
If he doesn't double block, he goes to
So if he doesn't,
9 to 6. He goes to 1 if he doesn't. If he just double blocks the Hellrider, then he goes to 1.
all right, yeah, so that's right. He can't just like. He can block the other 2. He'll take 2 from the Jarl's Messenger, and then the Gravecrawler's coming back anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
this
it's fine
is-
to swing though the Hellrider there. He goes to
No,
1.
you're right. It's
Your
much
messenger
better.
is now the Abyss, basically.
This would have been a spot where I would have had to tank for a second before I decided to attack, though. I think I would have ultimately attacked.
Yeah.
This is so bad for Dylan.
Yeah. This is rough.
Yeah, but blocking the Jarl's Messenger is just.
He has no
He's like
real
no
block
choice, right?
Yeah, the only way that makes sense to block, in my opinion, I actually think it's fine to go block messenger, chump block Hellrider, because then at least you have. I guess he still has. You need to leave yourself highest life total plus leave yourself bonfires to draw. That's what he has to try to set up.
Now he was looking for it.
Yeah. He's at 1 with.
Does he have 2 Dreadbores? Well, he absolutely needs to kill the Hellrider because there's no amount of tricks that stop the Hellrider trigger, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
6. He would have gone 4, 3, 2.
it's another one of those kind of games where every metric matters, right?
Yep.
1 life point matters a lot here.
Well, that's why I think a way Dylan could have blocked was just chump block Hellrider, block Messenger, and then you're at 2, so if you do rip, the Gravecrawler's still in play, so you're basically putting yourself at only Bonfire to win the game, but...
Yeah, but it's like who you draft in the...
I think Dylan also has Thragtusk in his hand. He's just been stuck at 4 for a while here. And Braden's hand has 2 lethal spells.
Like any limb spell here, right? Oh, it doesn't matter. Face is fine.
Braden went up to pick his pen to record -1, I think. But Dylan just conceded.
It'd be sweet if Braden won all the games.
Yes. So sideboard.
Take that, Sphinx's Revelation. All right,
Any
sideboard.
action?
Braden, Duress, Appetite for Braden's actually excellent in this matchup.
Yep.
Duress less so. Flames of Fireman, is that Arc Lightning?
Yeah, it's Arc Lightning.
Underworld Connections is excellent as well, because Dylan's playing a grinder deck, so
Yep.
Underworld Connections I like. Nighthawk is sweet against this deck.
Yes, Nighthawk looks very, very good.
Nighthawk is actually one of the major weaknesses of this strategy. Like, they can't block anything other than with Olivia, and it just races everything. Nighthawk racks up more life than Thragtusk a lot of the time.
Right, and it often can't be. It's 3 toughness, so like it's also it's very good to set up. Like you can also just use it to defend against a Huntmaster. Like if you're on the back foot, I mean,
It's out of pillar range and out of Huntmaster's flip range. Like
Yeah.
I played a lot of grindy Huntmaster Thragtusk type decks, and Nighthawk is a major liability for those decks. So what has Dylan got? He has appetite. His appetite for pain is not nearly as good, but it's still pretty good.
He has, I think Golgari Charm and more Deathrite Shamans, like Liliana, just more spot removal in general could be fine here.
None of these cards is better than his main deck cards.
I don't know. Thundermaw Hellkite's pretty bad. Like I'd rather just have more cheap kill spells than having a 5-mana creature.
What does he have to kill Thundermaw Hellkites, though? Dreadbore, which is a sorcery. That's it. Doesn't have like any.
He has an ultimate price.
Just one.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm like too extreme in the way that I sideboard a lot of times, but I just visualize the way that I lose it. Like when you're playing against beatdown decks, it's just you don't need that. Like Thragtusk is more than enough power to take the match.
Yep.
Once you're actually stabilized.
As long as it's. I mean, even if it's just like a delayed blast into Torok, right?
Right. Yeah. It's just don't clog your hand with so many things that don't allow you to play the game efficiently. Even if you had to play some Moby removal spells, as long as you actually get to your power, which is in this matchup I believe Huntmaster, Thragtusk, and Bonfire. As long as you give yourself the breathing space to get to those cards, you don't need to win the game with something as powerful as Thundermaw Hellkite. The rest of your stuff will take it over.
What do you think about Rakdos' return in this deck? Like, cut them both?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
I think I might want to leave one. You might just as a fireball, not as like a hand emptier. Like, I think that Dylan, even if he's not losing explicitly, might have a hard time closing out games. Braden's high end is as good as his. Thundermaw Hellkite is as good as whatever Dylan's doing at the top. Like, Hellrider and Falconhearth Aristocrat are actually better than most of his creatures.
Sure.
I think you might just want to, like, I'm winning, like, not lost. I have all these, like, Farseeks putting lands in play. Oh, don't move for 7.
Yeah, it's tough. Dylan's deck is actually pretty short on just, like, good, clean spot removal. The way I'm discussing sideboarding could probably be a little more effective if you actually just had more ultimate prices and stuff.
Yeah, like I think that he has to bring an appetite for brains because he's completely exposed to the haste creatures on this side.
Well, Golgari Charm does give him out to Aristocrat. That's a way to kill that guy.
Oh, I don't know if you saw this. The sweetest thing I've done in weeks was my opponent had an Ash Zealot, plays an Aristocrat, attacks me, and I go I'm going second, right? So I'm gonna have a play next turn, but I don't have a great play this turn, so I'm just like, all right. Shrug, tragic, slip the Aristocrat like you do. He's like, whatever. This is a human. Like, sacrifice to live in him. Like, morbid bra.
Doesn't work.
Look at this. I don't know. Do you know Asher Hecht, Manning Bot? Do you know who he is?
The name's definitely familiar.
He has at least one Grand Prix top 8 and like a bunch of Star City Open top 8.
Okay, yeah.
He's a former apprentice of mine from when he was young. Like,
I remember this kid. Yeah.
It's like, he just sent me a text saying how Braden looks like he did when when he joined the squad.
Yep.
But Asher might have graduated college by now.
They grow up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Man. They do.
Did you ever know Julian Levin?
Yeah.
He's like gonna get married.
I know.
Has a job. Like crazy.
Yeah.
When I started hanging out with Josh Ravis, he was like, I think he might have been 12.
Yeah.
And now he's 100.
You beat me to that joke. That was too big of a softball.
Oh, but anyway, like you were asking earlier, what would I play this weekend? I would consider playing a Jund deck that I made, but it's interesting. Michael Hetrick actually mentioned to me on Twitter a few weeks ago that he liked the build of my Jund deck, but I had all the wrong removal. Which I'm like,
sure.
What did you like about it then?
Well, the threats could be the right thing, right?
Yeah, but he made a good point. You know, like when you're building your defense around Dreadbores and Thragtusks, you're really exposed to Hellkites and Hellriders.
Yeah, you need a couple ultimate prices to clean up that kind of stuff.
So, are we decided?
Yeah, looks like both players are keeping.
And a dual land. Is it a Gravecrawler? Ooh, appetite for brains.
Let's see what's going on over there.
Huntmaster.
Oh my God, this hand just went down the toilet without that Huntmaster. They're looking at Forest Farseek, Dreadbore, 2 Rakdos Key Runes, and a Huntmaster of the Fells.
I think Jund actually might be also a deck of a different era. And it's funny that we talk about how the eras have shifted because these sets have been legal for like 2 months, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, Rakdos Key is such a beater-upper of Thragtusks. But if you're like at these like meta Thragtusk games, it's so much less effective when the Thragtusks are going to beat you with a door or like multiple Sphinx Revelations. But if all you want to do is just like fight a 5/3 on the ground, that guy is
as good as it gets.
He's like Danger Mouse.
Yeah, does it all.
All right, drawing a unknown, another land. So black-red land probably.
Yeah, we're gonna
right?
I would imagine, yeah, we're blood crypting here.
Wow. I mean, how much better would his hand would have been just like slam down, untapped land, Huntmaster Fells on the third turn.
Yeah. Would have been considerably different.
Nothing.
Yeah, zilch.
Nada. Zero.
That was a huge, huge beating for Dylan.
Appetite for Brains is sweet. You think he brought in Duress as well? Probably not, right?
I would be surprised.
So, dual land is tapped.
Yeah, that was a blood crypt he played.
Oh, he might have like morphed into a mid-range control deck, like the in the 2009 World Championship top 4. I was watching Coimbra play against Hall of Famer Bram Snapfingers, and Coimbra's doing all this stuff that was like off book.
Yeah.
Just like, this is not what we discussed. This is not what we discussed. And like, I called him later. I'm like, good job winning the World Championship. What the hell were you doing in the Snapfingers match? And he's just like, oh, I could tell between game 1 and game 2, he just morphed into a white-red control deck.
It's a big Thragtusk off the top there for Dylan. Braden with a messenger last turn, but yeah, Dylan definitely needed a draw along these lines too.
That's great though. Like, Rakdos Kirun into 5 is that's what it does. Do we have like a hasty 4 here to make it look bad? Exactly the correct hasty 4 that makes it look bad. And if I do not miss my guess, Braden McGuire has the card Zealous Conscripts in his sideboard, so we could easily see the true Slaughter games. If you, you thought you knew Slaughter games.
And see, I think holding back the messenger there is an implication that he has Zealous Conscripts. Because it's like, he doesn't even want to give him the opportunity to trade.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily have it, but if he does have it, that attack definitely makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's another... I wanted to say 3, but that's an insult to...
Yeah, another 3 million.
Oh, I think we might see some Dave Williams level of Michael Bay explosions next turn. Dylan thinks so too. It's like, oh, I thought my threat test was pretty good.
He's got a bonfire in his hand, but that doesn't do very much.
So, I mean, what does the bonfire do? Just makes him sacrifice the Geralt's Messenger and they both live?
Yeah, very close to 0.
Take 5. It's not going to trade, right? No, that would leave a blocker.
No, I'm almost positive he just wants to take his lumps here.
Well, don't forget that the Rakdos Kirun is back and it can block. So,
another Farseek?
Farseek. Do you like the operations of that, just putting the Farseek into the graveyard?
Doesn't matter too much. It does look like he brought in the Golgari Charms.
He's got to be leaving this Kirun up instead of casting the other Kirun, right?
I mean, he would have to be, unless he's setting up a big bonfire, but the bonfire doesn't even matter very much right now.
What are his other options? Dreadbore?
Yeah, but Dreadbore is bad too.
It's very bad right here. Bonfire for... No, he's just leaving it for block.
Yeah.
He does not have a Zealous Conscripts as far as I can see.
Has a lot of lands.
It looks like another Aristocrat maybe on the far right. Correct.
Sure.
8's good. $11 to $15. And
you know, our bonfire got slightly better, right?
It's not good enough to actually kill it. I mean, can it kill one Aristocrat? No, right?
Well, he bonfires for 1.
Yeah.
And what does Braden do? Sack his messenger twice?
Sack his messenger twice.
And then you can Dreadbore a guy.
All right.
Yeah, it's
acceptable, I guess.
it's something. You gotta, you know.
Unless Braden had the read. That's actually, that makes Bonfire way better, that block.
Yes.
So he's gonna lose everything, right?
Yeah. Well, the Dreadbore plus Bonfire sweeps up every. He might not have. He doesn't have enough mana.
He can sack one of the Falcon Wrath Aristocrats.
He doesn't have
to save
enough
the other.
mana. Yeah. He gets to keep his messenger in this world.
Bonfire for 2. Wait, if Bonfire for 2 isn't the right move, Aristocrat, sack Aristocrat,
Yes.
the messenger doesn't die.
Yeah, I think Dylan wants to keep his. I think he wants to keep his.
No, from Braden's perspective.
Yeah, no, I'm saying no. I think that you just Aristocrat, sack Aristocrat because the like you said, it's not going anywhere.
If this is another messenger, it's pretty strong.
Yes.
And it is. So 2 puts him to 7, attack for 4.
To 3.
Yeah. Puts
Then
him
any burn spell,
very
any
low.
haste guy.
How about the guys that are already in play? They get to attack again
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they're not dead. Osip Levidovich once said to me that the weakest portion of my game is that I was always trying to win with the cards on top of my deck instead of the cards that were already in my hand. He's like, it's nice that you won, but you seem like you did a lot of work. And I'm like, thanks. And he's like, no, that I didn't mean
Not
it
a
that way.
compliment,
Like,
yeah.
like, you have cards in your hand. Like, you keep throwing them away. It's nice that you have cards in your deck as well.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Dylan knows his back's against the wall, right? He needs, like, the Sphinx's Revelation.
Not even that.
Revelation would keep him alive. He has blockers on the ground. Swing for 3.
Taking our lumps here, going to 10.
Of course. What are you going to do?
Oh, nothing. I mean,
Dylan still has a Dreadbore in his hand, doesn't he?
yeah, what was he going to Dreadbore? All right.
Dreadbore, Falcon Wrath Aristocrat, sacrifice the... Yeah, nothing you can do.
Braden McGuire quickly winning 2 games to nothing there. Advancing to 4-0. Black Red Zombies' first real beat-down deck, sort of salt of the earth action we've seen on camera today.
I like how you think of